Well, thank you for staying tuned. You're still watching Business Nigeria. Mr. Muktar Mohammed, investment and, of course, financial analyst, joins me now to do a review of the market for the week. Thank you so much for your time on the program.
Thank you, Tolu. Thank you for having me.
Well, the market is ending the week in green. And take us through the pattern. I think we had 2 days in red this week, and the rest of the days we had it in green. With the flip-flop we have and so many issues around some financial institutions, you know what I'm talking about. It seems like the market is still standing strong.
Well, the market is always, like I always tell you, the market will always have those up and down periods. Those news will come in, once those news come in, investors take it in all with emotion. Then later on, when the emotion goes down, you begin to look at the numbers. Well, the financial sector have really not performed so well this week. If you look at the stocks, the big player in that sector, with the exception from GTCO, they are 58 Naira. All others, like you said, the big elephant is still going through its challenges, and a lot of investors seems to be not having confidence in the elephant. But outside of that, you see the insurance sector, the turnaround they've made, the cement sector. We've seen that in WAMCO Insurance being the toast of investors. Then you see the oil and gas company also giving people a good entry point, especially in Aradai and also Seplat. So a lot of investors are still looking at those things, looking at those numbers, and again, the financial sector is still the toast of investors despite those challenges. So what we are seeing is that a lot of investors are moving to some of these banks that are doing very well but have done their public offer. Access Bank did their listing of their right issue to all their investors. They did that listing yesterday, and so shares have been allocated for every investor that participated in their right issue. So it's all looking good. Today, Fidelity Bank also told us yesterday that their private placement also was oversubscribed. It's a good thing for the Nigerian economy when the financial sector seems to be the one that leads the change, and so that means there's a lot of confidence in the market. So I'm not surprised, but like I said, Tolu, the market will see that happen, but definitely profit taking will step in next week. That's what I think will happen next week. And then we'll continue to see this until those corporate earnings results begin to trickle in sometime in February and March. And when that comes in, then we'll begin to look at stability. But stability in the market this year will largely be driven if we can attract those foreign portfolio investors. Because again, like I said, the retail investors have really tried in keeping the market. But the foreign investors, if they come in, then there will be a sustainable bullish run. And that would be good for Nigeria economy, especially the exchange rates.
It sounds good. I'm also looking at the insurance space, considering the fact that from February 1st, you know, the NICOM and NPF have talked about, as the police force have talked about, enforcing the third-party insurance thing. I'm seeing that insurance stocks might begin to also pick up. What are you looking also around that space?
Like I said, the insurance stocks are already picking up.
Wow, already doing pretty good.
Insurance stocks.
So where do we put our money now, Mr. Muktar? Where do we put our money, if you are to tell us? Where do our money must work for us in 2025? Where do we put our money?
The insurance stock is still a good place to put your money, especially when you look at the fundamental stock insurance like Mansard Insurance, also Crusader, and also NEM Insurance, and ICO. Also, they are very, very good stocks to begin to look at, to have in your portfolio for capital appreciation. And the other place you should put your money is in the telecom sector. Not to forget that the minister have told us it's not if there will be a review of tariff, it's when there will be a review of tariff. We saw that happen to MTN for the first week in the month of January. MTN have gained 20%. So that's another stock that a lot of investors should look out for. And I talked about the cement sector. I talked about WAMCO cement. It's also a stock to look at because of the numbers they have brought in there. And like I always say, Tolu, never take your eyes off the financial stocks. Zenith Bank, GTCO, Stanbic, IBTC will be doing its right issue also. So a lot of, those are places I'll tell investors to look at. If you tell me pick a stock in the insurance sector, I'll pick Mansard Insurance, I'll pick Crusader Insurance, I'll pick NEM Insurance, I'll pick ICO. In the communication sector, MTN. In the banking sector, You don't have to take your app off Fidelity Bank, GTCO, Access Bank, and also Zenith Bank also. And also in the Congo business sector, Lafarge Waco is a stock to look out for.
Don't worry, I'll tell our viewers they need to write you your check for this advice you've given them. It's an investment advice. Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed. Take care of yourself and enjoy your weekend.
Always a pleasure being on your program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dan.